Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Sevens World Cup. Unfortunately, this is the final session that we have got. And it's a shame because we've had a lot of fun matches up till this point. This one should be a fun contest as well. Canada taking on the Fijiana women's side. Looking through at the starting lineups for Canada, it is going to be Simmons, also Kivrier, hopefully I said that correctly, Olivia Apps, Piper Logan, Skirfield, also Brienne Nicholas, she is the captain, and Lavale as the last woman in the starting lineup. Then for Fiji, it is Donu, Devaya, Nagasau, Alunisau, Kavuru, Nkofi, and also Anna Marie Naimasi. Now, going into this match, I would like to think that Fiji are the favourites narrowly. Canada, they had themselves a big win over the USA to get them to this point in time. So this is the fifth place playoff game. Whoever wins this manages to get themselves the fifth place. I believe that Ireland are about to beat the English 26 points to 10. So it is going to be the Irish finishing in seventh in the women's side of things. England finishing in eighth. And now we are about to find out who finishes in fifth and who finishes in sixth. And good luck, ladies, says Nathan to Fiji and Canada there. Do let me know your score prediction for this one, Nathan. Also, we have got Ollie in the chat. Has said, yo, hope you are also doing very well. We are doing 6 matches. This is the final session, like I mentioned. So the next match that we are doing after this one, I believe, is actually South Africa taking on Samoa. That's a huge game. It's going to be a very awesome clash. There's also still Argentina versus France to come. And then we have got those big matches. The bronze final for the men's, Australia versus Ireland. New Zealand versus Australia in the men's in the women's final, and then New Zealand versus Fiji in the men's as well. But they are just shown here. This one's for 5th and 6th place. Fiji 17, Canada 5, says Nathan in the prediction. But it's currently 4 a.m. here in New Zealand, relatively early morning start or late finish, depending on how you're looking at. The first match that we did cover was on at about 8:40 p.m. New Zealand time. We have been up ever since, and can't think of a better way to spend an evening other than maybe eventually sleep. Might be a good idea for an evening session. But after that, I mean, that's the thing. 4 years, that's how long we have to wait for the next Sevens World Cup. So we might as well make the most of it while it is here upon us. But Fiji, they were able to win up against Japan. They lost to France, 19 points to 14 in that last minute thriller. And then they were able to beat Ireland 24-0, which did book them their spot in this final. Then looking through Canada, they were able to beat China. They lost to the USA, but then they were able to get themselves their victory up against England, which then got them a little bit further in the competition to now get to this point and the opportunity to be able to play off for 5th. But nonetheless, just about to get underway for this game. The kickoff was going to be at 3:53. I think they were running just a little bit behind as Ireland wanted to keep on playing in their contest up against the English. I think definitely a player to watch out for would have to be Oripi Alunisau, always a dangerous factor for the Fijiana, and they are kicking this one off high for the 5th and 6th place playoff game. It's going to be nicely tapped back onto the side of Fiji. In fact, it was actually the Canadian woman who did tap it back for them, so they will be thanking her very much for that one. Nkofi down the wing does get herself a start in this match. It's going to become the penalty in favour of Fijiana. Now fired across 6.5 minutes left of this first half. Nice run forward from Don, who finds the offload to Alunisau, and they will not catch her. She gets the first try of the match, and it didn't take her very long at all. Only 30 seconds for her to be able to score that first try. That is her 3rd of the Rugby Sevens World Cup. Just finding that perfect offload from Cecinelli Donu. And Alunisau, once she ends up with that space, she's certainly going to be hard to stop, as Canada found out the last-ditch effort from the Canadian number 11. Wasn't quite able to stop her there. Piper Logan, the kick is missing. Has hit the left-hand upright, has not gone over. But Fiji still lead after a minute, 5 points to 0. What was a very fast start to the match for the flying Fijiana women's side. Looks like they are discussing which way they're going to be going. It will be kicked off by Devaya here. In fact, no, sorry, Kavuru has got kicking responsibilities for Fiji. Tap back. Olivia Abs tries to get straight onto it. It was well done initially, try and work out where that ball was going to be bouncing, but then the handling did let her down. And now Fiji have got this ball back. Once again, looking down the wing. This is going to be very dangerous. And it looks like Nakothi, she's got the speed, and she will score the second try of the match. And Fijiana are on a tear at the moment. And also we'll get there. Easy win, Fiji. Says Prod there, and also hello, Amish. I'm enjoying stream. Thank you, says Kevin. And I do appreciate you being here, mate. We have got plenty more coming. Another 5 of the matches taking place for the Sevens. Yeah, it's certainly going to be epic to see who wins the final for the men's, the final for the women's, and then I think the game that I'm almost looking forward to just as much as any of the other ones. Like, it's probably got to be the matchup taking place between Samoa and South Africa. That's going to be an epic contest, and that is the next one that we are going to be covering on the Kiwi Lads channel. But Fiji, they have missed 2 conversions currently, but they are still sitting 10-0 up over the Canadians, who haven't really had an opportunity with the ball in hand as of yet. Fiji retaining both of their kickoffs and then just continuing to attack. What we will quickly do is we will go like this, and like that. There we go. I was just making sure we were all running smoothly. It is currently late at night, and such a brilliant journey for the Canadian ladies. I don't remember them being so competitive in the 7 series. See, Sebastian, yeah, playing off for a 6th place spot or a 5th place spot. Pretty massive for Canada. Oh, no. On the outside, Nakothi once again is going to be a big problem. The nice last-ditch effort from the Canadian number 8. It's not going to be enough, though. And it's another try for Fiji. This is becoming a bit of a one-sided affair here between Canada and Fiji. And this time it's Anna Maria Naimasi scoring her 6th try of the Rugby World Cup Sevens competition. Aluni Sal pretty happy with that one as well. Now 15-0 in favour of Fiji. They have not let Canada have the ball. You got to share your toys, Fijiana. A big fend initially on Simmons. And Naimasi just goes over and gets herself another try in this Rugby World Cup. I'm looking forward to seeing what Canada do when they do get the ball, though, because I'm wondering whether or not it's all-out attack. That's another misconversion. So the score will remain at 15-0 in favour of Fiji. It's kicked off high. Fiji have retained it once again, and Canada yet to touch the ball. Oh, penalty. Oh, no, it's to Fiji. So they will continue to have the ball once more. Another big run. Canada need to sort their kick out off, or the kick off out, I should say. Now on the outside, Fiji. Alunisau, one more pass. Goes to Kavuru. Looking to thread her way through the defence. Gives it off to Ripi Alunisau. Another couple steps. Finds the offload up to Nagasau, sorry. Now ball on the outside. And now it's another try for Fijiana. And I was like, Hamish, hope you had a good rest this afternoon. Not exactly. It is not too far, or it's not too long that I sleep for. I think I got about 2 hours sleep. Oh, wait, this isn't the final. I just misread. I was misled by the stream title. Yeah, sorry about that. It was playoff final that I did have there. My tongue's not working. I bit it like 4 times during my preview recordings, which was very unfortunate. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, the 5th place playoff for this contest between Fiji and Canada. That one's going to be missed once again. It's 20-0 to Fiji. Canada have not touched the ball in the first 6 or 5.5 minutes of this one. Watching Yellow Rugby was blew it, mate. Leading 21-0 at halftime. Gloucester 27-21, 2 yellow cards. And also how South Africa doing in the tour to England in the 3rd test match. They're not doing the best overall at the moment, unfortunately for them. I believe they were close to getting bowled out the last time I checked. South Africa. Oh, no, Canada. I thought for a second when they got all excited, Canada had touched the ball. It's going to be another try for Fiji. This time, surely this kick has to go over for Fijiana. Has there ever been a half of sevens where one side has not touched the ball once? And if they have, it's been for half a second. Oh, she touched it for half a second. They haven't had a single phase, though. A single metre of carrying the ball. But yeah, South Africa, they are 146 for 8. They led by 106. That was 24 minutes ago, so I'd assume it's being a little bit closer. And also, who do you think's going to win the 2 finals? I think both of them are going to be pick-em games. They could go easily either way. New Zealand and Australia, they seem to trade wins. Fiji versus New Zealand. Last time it went to New Zealand, I think Fiji will be fired up, though. Have scored a few more points in the 7 competition, but that does not guarantee them a win for that competition either. Now it's going to be kicked off. 10 seconds left. Fiji just going the 10. Retained again. What can Canada do? It's another one straight up the middle. And this is a half of absolute brilliance from Canada. From Fiji. I can't believe what I've seen here. She touched the ball. Now score, ladies, Canada, says Nathan. Like they're saying, what a half of rugby. I think Canada have not had a single phase in that whole half. Fiji have scored 32 unanswered points, and the Canadians have not worked out the kickoff. Now, they will get to actually touch the ball at halftime, though, because they will be kicking off for the second half. That is one benefit for Canada. But unbelievable half. And a good way to fire up the super session, I guess. Are we looking at a 60-point game here? Says Aiden. It does look that way because Fiji, if they have that possession just like they did in the first half, it's going to be very hard for Canada to get even one try on the board. 34 points to 0. That's insane. What we've just seen here from Fijiana. Imagine if the men's did this to New Zealand. Imagine the scenes if that was the case. It would be absolutely huge. Currently looking off the bench. Nagasashi is actually already out on the field. Viniana Riwai, Tenai, also Salakoviti, and Ditavutu there. And yep, second half to come. There's Nathan there as well. James Rodwell, he's very happy with the way that England did go throughout this sevens. And I should mention that England were able to get themselves the win over Uruguay. So Sebastian, your English boys, they did finish in the end. They got 9th place and they get a challenge, or they won the challenge final. So I don't know if they get a trophy for that or whether it is just like they win it. But they won the challenge final, whatever that is. Decent. All right, and they look like they're going to be on par to maybe win the cricket, depending on how it goes. And if that did happen to New Zealand, coach will be sacked tomorrow. Says Aiden, also tough game. Says Prod certainly is for Canada. They did not get a single phase of rugby together. Olivia Apps about to kick this one off. Makes you wonder if Fijiana played like this in their game up against France, would France have been able to stop them? Could they have found a counter for the momentum? Although, to be fair, France normally very handy when it does come to those kickoff retains. Olivia Apps about to kick off the second half between these two sides. And extra barouche for their tea. Did I say that correctly? Or brioche? Brioche. That's how you say it, isn't it? That's like that bread, isn't it? Oh, Fiji have got the ball back. I don't know what to say. Canada need the ball to make this one any type of contest. At the moment, Fiji are doing a training drill. How Canada just have to give the ball back to them each time that they want to attack. It's like a sparring session for a fighter training. Another offload. Hey, the ball's been knocked on. Canada's got the ball. And what can they do with it now? That first phase of the day. It'll be a nice... Oh, they've dropped it. Always under pressure. The USA referee has said, and it is going to be the scrum feed for Canada. And Maddie Levi scores a try in the final, as I know her. Says Aiden there. Do you know her sister Tegan Levi as well, Aiden, or just Maddie? Do let me know. Do you know from the women's AFL? Maybe. Carries. 2 from Canada, 21 from Fiji. And also Canada should just strip the ball, says Prod, although it's very hard to. Canada have not made a single pass, 22 passes made by the Fijiana women's team. All doing extremely well. Offloads 11 from Fiji, 0 from Canada. This is their first attack. See what they can do with it. Currently 6 minutes left of this second half. I would like to see some sort of points on the board for Canada here. Fed in. Nice bit of pressure there in the breakdown. Canada win themselves the penalty. I know them both beautiful and incredibly friendly girls, to be honest. Very down to earth and easy to talk to. Says Aiden or something. Says Nathan. It's going to be a nice backline here for Canada. Olivia Apps on the inside instead going on the outside It was the number 2. Oh, it's intercepted. And Fiji have got the ball back now. Another opportunity. It's a bounce pass. It's an awkward one. Little bit of a juggle, but Alunisau does nicely to clean it up. Now going for the cross kick. It looked like initially Fiji weren't actually wanting to go for the chase. Instead, now it's going to be nicely taken by Canada. A lot of pressure here on number 3, who they have made the sub, Pam Buiza. Hopefully I said that correctly. Some of these Canadian names are tough, aren't they? Some of them are French-Canadian, which do always catch you off a little bit, and then some of them I'm just terrible with the pronunciation. Good work in the end from Canada in the breakdown. They just managed to do enough. I believe there might be a nose injury or maybe a tooth injury for one of the Canadian women here. The Canadian number 11, Piper Logan. She's been trying to get involved in this game, but it's been very tough. It's been an uphill battle, but they haven't just been trying to climb a hill. They've pretty much been trying to climb a directly vertical surface. Now, Naimasi finds the offload. A little bit rough from Fiji. Now looking like they're searching for those tries rather than just letting them happen like they did in the first half. Nice run from Lunisau. Knock on against Canada there. Another ball sits up here for it is Dita Vutu. Sorry, nice fend from Fiji. And the offload. Now Dita Vutu goes on the inside. Fiji looking for a gap that doesn't look like it's opening up. This Canadian defence has been a lot better in the second half. They've been making their tackles and they have been trying to make the most of their opportunities. It's going to be another try for Fiji. She managed to do a nice little sell of the dummy there. It was almost a stutter step from Kavuru showing off her skills. And Fiji now get themselves up to 39 points. Oh, it's making me wonder, what is the biggest points margin in a game that we have seen so far in the Sevens World Cup? I believe it would be 48-0 in favour of Australia over Madagascar. I think that is the biggest one, and at the moment, Fiji looking to try and break that up against the Canadian side that have had a relatively strong tournament for themselves. I'm just going to have another quick look to see if England have got any more wickets. Yes, they do. South Africa are now 169 for 9 down, leading by 129. So I think tomorrow's going to be the last day of the cricket, more than likely. So hopefully I am awake at 10, so we can end up covering that session, and then I might end up going pretty much straight back to bed after it, get a little bit more sleep in the tank as well. Nice backline starting to open up for the Fijians. Could the wide pass come from Nkothi, or does she go herself? She goes herself. Now off to Repia Lunisau. Fiji sitting on 41 points with another good opportunity of increasing that lead by a little bit more. Now back across. Good run from the number 12 here. It is Tanai. We haven't seen a huge amount of her throughout the tournament. She's had to come off the bench many times, but now gets the opportunity to almost get the line break. Offload from her back. Got to try and shut this down early if you're Canada. You've got to get in the breakdown and stop that offloading game, because that is one thing that Fiji have done terrifically, or one of the many things Fiji have done terrifically. Now Kothi goes through, almost breaking the line, but just manages to hang on. Now a little bit of a slip from Rewai. Still manages to make the pass when she had sat down. That's going to be the tackle off the ball on Ripia Lunisau. He says play on, although I believe that's because his back was turned to the action. Now straight over the ball. Fiji. Nope, not going to be the penalty. I'm a bit nervous about France women versus USA women and Argentina versus France game 2. Says Aiden, yeah, Argentina-France is going to be awesome for the men's side of things, because both of those sides are just going to go out there. They play with those kind of pure passion, whether it's Perez, whether it's someone like a Gaston Ravol, just goes out there and wants to absolutely tear it up for his side. Now back across, 1 minute 30 left on the clock for Fiji. Through they go again, and this time it's going to be Balecki who does score the try. So they are currently going to be matching the highest winning margin we have seen of this Cape Town Sevens World Cup for the Fijiana women's side. That is drawing with Madagascar, 46 points to 0. It's not a good result for the Canadians, but it certainly gets the vocal cords warmed up for the upcoming match that we are going to be doing. That will be Samoa when they do take on South Africa. I believe that game is actually just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, starting at, where is it? Where's it hiding? There it is, 4:15. It is going to be taking place, so we will be transferring straight over to that live stream as soon as this match is over. There is still another 40 seconds left, though, on the clock here. Fijiana, 46 points, so they did actually miss that conversion, which means now they aren't quite tied for the biggest margin. That's going to be another knock-on from Canada. Fiji wait for the offloading opportunity. Little mistake there, and it is going to be going down for the scrum. I don't see Fiji kicking this ball out when they get it. I think they'll keep on going, try and get themselves one last try and bring up the 50 points would be absolutely huge. And it would be a huge confidence builder for Fijiana if they had any other matches of this Rugby Sevens World Cup. The crowd are cheering at the moment. 1 second left on the clock. The Coffee puts the ball in for Fijiana. It's gone down in the front rows. They're going to get stood back up. Let's move this way. It's going to be a little bit rough, that Cape Town turf. They have broken the clock. They have indeed. They've broken the clock. They've broken the record, I would think, very soon. I think they have actually broken their record for the most amount of points they've scored in an individual Cape Town Sevens or any Sevens World Cup in the past for the woman. Nice selling a dummy. One last chance for Fiji. Going across. Nice work from the number 10. And it's going to be this time another try for Fiji. Donu gets it. And that will be the end of this match. Fiji bringing up the 50 end score. 53 points to nil. Right, we will be transferring straight over to the next live stream between Samoa and South Africa. I will see you all in a very short moment. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all for the next one.